Okay, here we are. It's 6 o'clock. We've seen 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and the beauty of 6 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening light. It is so easy to work with. We can do anything with it. We can shoot into it. We can shoot it when it's directly on our subjects, like we're going to show you. We can do just about anything a photographer wants to do with it. We're going to still use some of the same principles with regard to exposure, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it right now. The first thing I'm going to do right now is, because of how beautiful it is on Sarah's face, I'm going to just simply take a portrait of Sarah, and if you can, you know what, look up at that light just for another second, those beautiful, gorgeous catch lights. Right now we're going to move forward just a little bit, and this way just a tad. Good. Gorgeous, gorgeous light. Real simple. There's no tricks about using this type of light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back here, and the same principles are going to apply with regard to seeing three-dimensionally. One other thing I'd like to point out with regard to the light at this time of day. The light's going to change very, very rapidly. That sun is going down at a fast pace. What does that mean? Shadows. If you notice, there's a shadow on Sarah's forehead. It wasn't there about a minute ago. So if you step forward just a little bit, let's keep coming, just a little more. Good. Now she's out of that shadow. Good. The other thing I'm going to point out is the way the shadows can fall on Sarah's face. From here to here. We can almost get really beautiful Rembrandt lighting with that little triangle there. Now that's the breeze is flowing, so it's giving us a little pattern on her face. Let's keep coming this way just a little bit more. There we go. Good. I'm going to try using it just like that. I'm going to choose my background carefully. All right. Could you spot meter? Yes. What am I going to do? I'm going to go to aperture priority now. And what I'm going to see here, behind Sarah, is an area of darkness. This is quite bright. I'm going to use my exposure compensation, and I'm going to go down about 2 stops just to begin my exposure value. A little bit too much. Good. Right there. Okay. I'm at a 1/3200th of a second at 2.8, and I'm getting the perfect exposure on her face. And Sarah, I just want you to hang out, I want you to look around, I want you to be yourself, and every once in a while I might have you move to get out of the shadows there. Good. That's gorgeous, gorgeous light. There it is. Turn towards me just a little more. Good. That's gorgeous. And a little bit more. There it is. Nice. Absolutely stunning. Now, what's happening is the exposure value is quite a bit different between here and our background, and I'm getting dramatic fall off between our subject and our background, giving me dramatic images. Dramatic light creates dramatic images. Now, what's another way we can use this light? Sammy, you know what I want you to do? Come on over here. Real simple. I just want you to stand over here and just look towards Sarah. We've seen this shot often, okay? Now we've got a dimension here. We've got depth to the photo. Sarah, just kind of look down for me. Good. Sammy, you just keep looking at your lady. Now I'm at 2.8. All right, very shallow depth of field. I've chosen my left-sided focus point to focus on Sarah. And then I'm going to let Sammy go out of focus. There's a child in the background, so what am I going to do there? I'm going to come down a little bit, seeing three-dimensionally, and I'm going to get this picture with nobody in my background. So I'm squatting down a little bit, bobbing, weaving. And Sarah, just look down just a little bit more. Good. Just eyes down. There we go. Good. These are gorgeous. Now I'm going to focus on Sammy. using the right hand focus point. What I don't want to do when I'm at a very shallow depth of field, 2.8 is not that shallow, but in order for me to make sure of my focus, I'm going to use the pad, the thumb pad here. I'm a fairly short distance from them. Distance is relative when we're talking about depth of field. And I'm going to use my thumb pad, change the focus point, and get the focus point directly on my subject. So I'm going to go back on Sarah. No offense, she's a little better looking. There you go. And Sarah might dispute that a little. Good. Good. And these are absolutely gorgeous. What else am I going to do with this light? Tell you what. Let's back up just a little bit if we can. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this beautiful light here and an area of shadow back there. Why? Because that's where I'm going to be when I shoot directly into the light. Remember, right now, if I try to shoot directly into the light, I'm going to get flare. So I'm going to have you guys doing the same thing you've been doing, just this wonderful gesturing and interaction, okay? Jay Maisel, one of my favorite photographers in the world, and also has a class on Kelby training, talks about gesture in an image. For me, what gesture means is when they're interacting, and guys, lots of hand play, lots of touching, lots of feeling. Whenever they're doing that type of thing, whenever you see your couple do something like that, it always enhances the photograph. When you see gesture within the photograph, that's what turns me on, along with great light. Great gesture, great light, great interaction, then you get a great picture. So I'm going to put my subject directly between me and the light, okay? I'm in this area of shadow here, and right now, that tree is blocking the light for me, all right? If I step out here, I get flare. One little tiny step to the left, I've got this beautiful directional light. Exposure, well, guess what? Instead of a 3200th of a second at 2.8, now I'm just trying to go for the subtle highlight on Sarah's face. I gotta go way down. Let's try 640 at 2.8. Why? Because I gotta start somewhere. I may or may not be correct. Let's see. I'm still a little bit under. I'm gonna go to a 3/20th of a second, and I know this is gonna be okay. I'm not even looking because I know I'm nailing it. Oh, God, that's gorgeous. Good. Stop right there for 1 second, guys. I just want the camera to see something. Here we go. We saw this at 2 o'clock. We saw this at 4 o'clock. But honestly, did it look as good? Not really. The color temperature, the change in color temperature that we saw from 10 to 12 to 2 to 4 to now, this is the holy grail of light. When talking about wedding photography, when talking about photographing our brides and grooms, I wish it was 6 o'clock the whole time. I still get the texture, dimension, and mood that I love at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. 12 o'clock, well, I'm crazy, I'm not stupid. If I don't have to shoot in it, I'm not gonna shoot in it. But as wedding photographers, do we really get the times of day to choose? The answer is no. So what are we looking to do? We're not looking to make the Mona Lisa. We're looking to survive. We're going to create consistent pictures. Is it going to win a grand award? No. We're looking to make great pictures, consistent pictures for our clientele. That's the key. That's the key to working with this harsh light. I'm going to make a few more of this couple. And you know what, guys? Can you kind of squat down or even kind of take a seat? Now, I wouldn't do this ordinarily, but maybe it's an engagement session you'd like to work with. I probably would not have that bride sitting directly on the ground if it was a real wedding. But right now, just facing each other, guys. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get in this area of shadow right here. Good. And Sarah, turn in towards him just a fraction. Right there is great. And man, I have got some sensational light right on her there. Good. Right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show, oh, that's gorgeous. I was going to show some flare. Here we go. Good. And turn in a little bit more towards him, Sarah. Turn your head to the right just a little bit. Beautiful. And now Sammy and Sarah's interaction is taking over. I'm at a 320 at the 2.8 at 200, and I'm able to just fire frame after frame and just really wait to capture the moments. One thing I would like to point out with regard to this shot is how necessary it is for me to find this shadow from this tree. All the difference in the world can be made in 1 foot. So if I'm out here in this light and I'm trying to shoot into this, I'll make a frame, and God, I can barely focus. There's nothing on the screen at all. In fact, it would be interesting to actually show this to over here. Good. Wow. So different. Good. Nice. So when you think about it, we have a 1 foot differential here between shadow and light. You have to scrim yourself. Otherwise, there is no picture to be made. I can't wait to show some of these images. So what can we do in this light? The answer is any damn thing we want. Have it directly fall on them, use it directionally, throw it behind them, anything. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You can do it. Try it. Now, on our way back from the car, it's about, I don't know, about 6:15 right about now, just after we did our 6 o'clock demonstration. We're walking down the street, I see this absolutely sensational light. Again, same principle is going to apply here. We're on a street corner, but I'm going to see three-dimensionally, use a long lens, and I'm going to take this beautiful portrait of Sarah right now. I just want to make a few portraits here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hide behind the reflection of that sign, the way that sign is actually casting a shadow over here. And I'm going to get down here, boom. Nice. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Shallow depth of field because I can get rid of all the uglies in the background. And I mean, even if you can get a shot of those, the light hitting those, the side of that wall there, I'm going to use that as an element of composition as soon as that guy moves. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep Sarah on the left side of my frame, and I'm going to use that way off in the background. All that is right now is texture. This is just too easy. 6 o'clock light, man. You just can't beat it. Unbelievable.